Okay, we're on the back for part 2 now. We've got 4 more examples to take a look at. The first one here is example number 8. All right, so we've got 4 parentheses 2x plus 3y plus 6 parentheses 4x minus 3y. Well, the first thing we do is multiplication. Okay, we're still doing order of operations. We're going to multiply first. The 4 is going to multiply both of these. Now again, if you want to write it out, you can. You can say 4 times 2x, and then that's also positive 4 times 3y. And then we can multiply, that's 8x plus 12y. But what I'm going to do here for this one, I know that I'm distributing a 6. That's a negative 3y. 6 times 4x is 24x. It's positive, that's why I'll put the plus there. 6 times negative 3y is minus 18y. Okay, so you can do a lot of this in your head. You can do the multiplication in your head. You don't have to show this step. This you have to show. All right, now we're not done because we still have like terms. You are not done until you have simplified. So 8x plus 24x, now we're adding the coefficients. That would be 32x. And then if you don't have a different color, you can do a box if you want. Instead of a circle, you can underline. You can do lots of different things. That is positive 12y minus 18y. 12 minus 18 is minus 6y. Now, we don't have anything else to combine, so we're done. One word of note, if I had switched these, it would have been, that's a negative 6y. This is a positive 32x, so I would have to put a plus symbol there. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like this, but we could switch. We could use the commutative property if we wanted to. All right, number 9. Let's distribute. This is a negative 2 times, that's a 1a and that's a 1b. So negative 2 times 1a is negative 2a. Negative 2 times 1b is negative 2b or minus 2b. Okay, careful. This is a minus 7. So minus 7 times 3a is negative 21a. Minus 7 times negative 2b. A negative times a negative is positive 14b. Okay, there are a lot of places where we can make a careless mistake with our negatives and positives, so you need to be very careful. As I talk my way through this, I would almost be doing this in my head now. I would be speaking to myself. I would say, look, negative 2a minus 21a, that would give me negative 23a. I'm subtracting here. And then I have minus 2b plus 14b. Now negative 2 plus 14 is positive 12. And I keep the variable b. And now we have terms that are different. And we're done. So as we take some harder problems here, you just break it into pieces. It's like I distribute twice, once, twice, and then I finish my problem. Okay, take a hard problem and break it into easier pieces. Number 10, what happens if I have a fraction outside parentheses? Well, nothing. You do the same thing. We are going to distribute, we're going to multiply. Now on the side here as a review, so 3 over 5 times 20, well, that's 20 over 1. I'm going to write that as a fraction. And I can multiply the 3 and the 20 and say that's 60. And then I can multiply the 5 and 1 to say that's 5. And then I can simplify and say that's 12x. And then I would do 3/5 times negative 5y. 3 over 5 times negative 5 over 1. That would be negative 15 divided by 5, which is minus 3. So that's minus 3y. Now we have this minus 2y afterwards, so That does not get distributed because that's not in the parentheses. That's just minus 2y. We do have like terms. Negative 3y minus 2y. And so that would be minus 5y. And now we are done with that problem. One other thing with the fractions, we can make this even easier. If we take, I can do the division first. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. That might be easier than taking 60 divided by 5. Okay, and then the last one here, 1/2 times 4x minus 8y. I'm going to distribute that. Half of 4 is 2x. Half of negative 8y is minus 4y. A positive times a negative is a negative. Okay, and then we will distribute the 2/3. Now I'll write this on the side. 2/3 times 9/1. If I want, I could divide first. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So that would be plus 6x. And then 2/3 times 6y. I can do 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. That would be 4y. I put the y there. Plus 4y. And then the last thing we'll do is add our like terms. So 2x plus 6x is 8x. Now, negative 4y plus 4y, when we add opposites, we get 0. So you can say plus 0y, that's the additive inverse, but we don't need to put 0 there, it's just 8x. And that is the end of the notes.